Well, hello viewers, and welcome to the eSeniors GT3 Championship Season 4 for the Group 2 races. This week's race is being held in California in the searing heat of Laguna, Seca. As we know, this is a very technical track. Chews the tyres up, causes no end of trouble for the right hand side tyre, so will be a challenge racing for 40 minutes. We've got a grid of 26 races. That may become 27. We're just seeing if a driver can just jump in at the last minute. So there's going to be battles all over the track in relation to this. This is the first race for this group. We've got a couple of new members. We've got a couple of members who have dropped down from Group 1. Not because they were slow in Group 1, just because it was very difficult for them to race on the Sunday. So rather than not allow people to race, we do try to accommodate if they're within remit. Now that driver hasn't looking like they're going to get pole at the moment. There is other drivers faster, so it might work out really well. So I'm not going to go into detail of who's who in relation to this. I will introduce a couple of the new drivers. So we've got Michael Sichter, who's joined us. He joined us about 2 months ago, I think it was, along with Marco Losh Gradine. They've both come from a team, I believe, and they've raced quite happily on some of the open races. We've also got Martin Bailey. Martin's quite a quick guy, but does fit in Group 2 really, really well, and I think he's plumbed for the BMW. And we've also got our first Uruguayan, Hugo Caballero. Ideally, I think he should be racing in Group 3, but because of where he is, it's difficult for him to race on Friday. So he's jumped into Group 2 at the very last minute. He's a very consistent driver, to be fair. I'm not expecting any issues. And I think he will finish well if people don't finish in front of him. We've also got Johan Larsson, who's one of our Swedish contingents. He's raced in the off-season, and it does appear to be relatively quick. So there's some of the new drivers' names to look out for. There might be some surprises this season, I think it's fair to say, with some of the drivers. So, without further ado, we'll jump to the stream, and we'll jump on board, and we'll do a bit of a lap guide. So I'm going to jump on board with I'm going to jump on board with someone who's just about to come round the end of the lap. Oh, that's a difficult one to find. I'll sit with Kai. So Kai's going round at the moment. I'll jump in his cockpit. And what we'll do is when he's finished this lap, I'll do a quick lap guide. There's not many corners to name on Laguna Seca. I think there's only 4 corner names, if that. So I'll talk you through them, and also a bit of a guide on where people will be expecting to brake. Quick hello to Borrat. Hi Borrat. Hi Derek. Hi John. Hopefully guys, all's clear. You can see the stream, you can hear me fine, and you're looking forward to a very good race. Alright, so he's now coming on to start-finish straight is Kai. So what he'll do is he'll keep the car right, then he'll cut this little corner, if you like, to keep the car as straight as possible. This is bend 1, this little kink here, and that takes him into bend 2, which is the Andretti hairpin. The idea is to get as close to the curb as possible there to give you a good run out. He'll get his foot down, get the car to the right, then back to the left in preparation for corner 3, and he'll take this as close to the sausage curb as possible. That looks really tidy. Get the power down and into corner 4 as close to the sausage curb on the inside as possible, probably in 3rd gear, and get the foot down. He'll then put the car to the right and he'll be braking around the 2nd marker, and this takes us into corner 5, again as close to the sausage as possible. Get the power down up the hill, and that will take us into corner 6. He's braking around the number 1 marker and he's cutting across the sausage curb but not hitting it, and getting the power down early. This takes him then uphill onto the Rahal straight and takes him into the corners 7, 8 and 8A, the infamous corkscrew. He'll brake with the intention of getting the car and the power down as soon as possible without getting over rotation. He'll then put the car to the right hand side, and that takes him into corner 9, which is the Rainer curve. Again, close to the sausage curb as possible. Get the car to the left and then take this corner probably in 3rd gear as close to the sausage curb and get the power down. That was corner 10, and then braking at the number 2 marker into corner 11, back onto the start finish straight. Relatively good lap that. Don't know what his time is. Not looking bad, to be fair. So I think Kai's going to take pole with that lap, and that'll give him a fantastic 1:24.5. That's a good lap. So yeah, that might take some beating. So let's jump on board with Mr. Garland. So Melvin's been a bit of a dark horse. The last few races, he's found a tremendous amount of speed. That speed partly, I think, is confidence. He seems to have got really good confidence now in the car. He has got some new equipment, and I think that equipment is allowing him to push a lot more. I've had some cracking battles with him, I must admit, and he really does keep you on your toes now, whereas previously he'd just disappear in your mirror. He's not doing that, and you'll see from his car control just how much he's improved and how consistent he's become. Again, that corner there was perfect. He'll get the power down nice and early. He's not currently ahead on his lap time. His current best is a 1:25.1. He's now just started to gain time, but he's lost it a bit late on the power there. Kai, who's in pole, is going even quicker. He's 2/10 up his Kai. He's still got the purple sectors. Melvin's not lost any time here, but he's not gained any time. So again, that word consistency sticking out. Yeah, that's a good corner. He got the power down well there. But again, he's still not gaining a lot of time on this lap at all. That car there just staying out of the way, which was good of that car. Get the power down early. A bit slow in the top end of that then. I think he could have been a little bit quicker there. But again, that's just down to, you know, we all drive differently. Yeah, just feathering the throttle there just to keep the power down and the traction going. And he's in 2nd gear for that corner. He's a 10th up now. Can he keep that 10th up? Kai binned his... Oh, Kai didn't bin his lap. He got a 1:24.1. And I think that's good enough to be pole. And we're going to see Melvin into the 1:24s here. Melvin with a 1:24.8, I reckon. 1:24.8. So just look at that. 1:24.1, 1:24.8, 1:24.8, 1:24.8, 1:24.9 and a 1:24.9. The first 6 drivers are in the 1:24s. That shows the gap difference between, you know, the Group 3 and the Group 2 guys. There's only 2 drivers who made the 1:24s yesterday, and you know we've now got 7 because I think Martin Bailey's just joined the party as well with a 1:24.6. So let's jump on board with Mr. Abando. See how Robert's doing. We'll just check what car Robert's in. I'll put the manufacturer on just so you can see he's the Porsche, which isn't well presented today. Again, BMW and the McLaren seem to be. We have got a couple of Audis, and we've got Jorgen in the traditional Honda, and we only have 1 Bentley looking at this. So very on Bentley, he's really flung that round. He's 4/10 up. If he can gain another 10th, he might get into the 124s. Other than that, he's a 125-1 here. A 125-135. So Robert's putting his name in the top 10 as well. I'm going to jump forward to Mike. Oh, I was going to jump forward to Mike Dealove. He was another guy who's been practicing today. Richard McKay, he's 4/10 up. He's just lost a bit there, and his best is a 124.9. So he's looking to gain a little bit here. So I was just mentioning Mike Dealove. I did some laps with Mike this morning, and he was really struggling getting beyond a certain time. He's blitzed that. So yeah, the top of this table is going to be really interesting on where people are going to end up towards the end. So Richard's still 4/10 up. He's going for a 124.5, which is good enough to put him in second place, the front row. Let's see where he goes on this. Hi Steve. Hi Terry. Hi Andy. Hi Billy. Terry, not quicker than me. Yeah, Terry was on the server as well at the same time. He seems to have found with Mike Dealove. He seems to have found a bit of speed. Interesting in this group, there are 3 Ferraris. There was only 1 Ferrari yesterday. It'll be interesting to see how they go. And as you can see, Richard has done really well. So he's 3/10 up Richard McKay here. With a 124.6 it looks like. A 124.5, he just snuck it in at the last minute. And that's put him on the front row. Now there's no one currently running quicker to catch him there. And I believe Jonathan's now joined me. Hi, Jonathan.
Yeah, hello, mate. Apologies for being late. We had a little thing going on. So Frank Tennant had dropped his SA down to 78, and he let us know right after the pre-race meeting. So Mark Christopher and I offered to get into a server with him to get his SA up. So we've been going nose to tail in a sandwich for the last like 25 to 30 minutes, and we just got him up to 80, and he should be coming in momentarily.
Okay, excellent. Right, I've just been informed car number 513, although I can't find who 513 is, I've just asked for clarification, has received a warning in qualification for pushing car 15 off the track. So car 15 was Danny Britos, so he's been pushed off by car 513. As I said, I can't see that car at all. So that warning will be announced and provided. Right, it's I'm just trying to find the number. I can't find the number. Why can't I find the number? Oh, Mr. J. Yes, it's because I already got 25 on the tower. James Parks, number 513, has received a warning for pushing a car off track during qualifying. So the stewards are actively working already, which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the stewards chat. And then I can keep track of what's going on when instances and issues are raised accordingly. Okay, so I will be informed of hopefully any investigations, any warnings, and I will be able to make them aware on the stream. I'm just going to change back to Don Queen. So, there's something awry here with Don Queen's time. It's showing Don as being purple. The times it's showing me just don't make sense whatsoever.
So his machine froze and he had to exit and come back, so it might have something to do with that.
Right. I did notice we'd lost someone on the server before, so he's just done a what right. That'll explain why his time was looking a bit bizarre. It was showing in purple, and obviously he's not purple, because purple's Kai in pole position. I'm just going to jump back to Mike Dealove, who is going faster. Mike's on a 124. He's just lost a bit of time. Oh, what a shame. And he's lost it all now. He was on a 124.4, and that would put him in on the front row of the grid. He's gained there. He just needed to keep the power down, and he'd have been on the front row of the grid. Such a shame. He's now lost a 10th. But I am going to jump forward. Oh, I was about to say I'm going to jump forward to Mr. Columbi. Mr. Columbi, he would have been 124.2 and then spoilt his lap on the last corner. Let's jump to Jorgen. So Jorgen is 4/10 up. He's going for a 124.3. That'll put him in third place. And there you go, because Richard McKay has just done a 124.2 to steal second place. So a couple of drivers now starting to move down as other drivers go a little bit quicker. But Mike Dealove again is 3/10 up. We've got 2 minutes of qualifying left to go. He's 5/10 up. He's scrubbed a lot of time there. He would have been on almost for a 1:23.9 if he'd have kept that going then. He's lost so much time, such a shame. That would have been a battle for pole, that. Easily a battle. Can he gain any more time towards the last part of this lap? He has. He's gained 1/10 in the corkscrew. Can he gain any more? No, he's just trying to keep the car going without losing speed, and it's just not working for him. So can he get this corner right and get the power down? No, he's lost time now. So I'm going to jump forward to Martin Bailey, who's in 6th. So he's currently 2/10 up. He's on a 1:24.4, which will move him up to 4th. He's lost a bit of time in that coming out of that bend. He needs to get this braking point nailed, and he's lost it all now. But it's easy out, you know, a couple of corners you can go from hero to zero literally just by out braking yourself. There's no Dimitri is going quicker towards the back, but he is at the moment. He's 4/10 up. He's in the 1:25.8 as it stands. So Martin is a 10th up at the moment. Is he going to gain into this last corner? Can he get the power down early? He's 2/10 up. Good run there. He needs a 1:20. This is going to be a 1:24.4. This is 2 places up the grid, and that's put him in 4th place. Let's just jump back to Dimitri. So Dimitri is 6/10 up. He's on a 1:25.8. So this will move him up about 10 places if he can get this nailed.
Oh dear. And so Mr. Bailey, he stopped at the end of his lap. He stopped in the braking zone, just off into turn 1, which Robert Urbando was just approaching. I'm sure it put Robert off. So that's definitely a no-no right there.
Yeah, I mean, the stewards are looking into instances like that now, so hopefully, you know, any issues that are noted will be dealt with, and we can apply table penalties after the race. So, you know, there's an encouragement there not to do it, as opposed to doing it. We're coming down to the final bit of qualifying now, and I think the grid's pretty much settled. Pole position is going to be Richard McKay. Kai Schaefer's going to be 2nd. 3rd is going to be Jorgen Pedersen. 4th is going to be PJ. So I think we'll wait for this to knock over, and then what I'll do is I'll do the introduction and hopefully get the grid walk sorted.
And unfortunately, it doesn't look like Frank Tennant managed to get in.
Okay. I mean, if he doesn't get in now, he won't get in on the grid because that will be locked out.
Yep.
So 27 is the most we've got. So a couple of hellos to the stream. JC. Got Mikhail. Hi Eleanor. Hi Terry. Frank's in the chat, so that's not a good sign.
No.
Oh, he says his SA was too low. Hi Ian. Hi Willie. Hi Mark. Hi Kevin. I think the cars are now coming round the final corner. Car 15's just sat out in the field at the moment, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, a quick walk down the grid. In pole position, we have Richard McKay in the 997 Porsche, followed closely by Johan Larsson in the McLaren. We then have further down the grid in his new liveried Aston Martin, we have Kai Schaefer and Jorgen Madley Pedersen in the only Honda. Great result there for the Honda. PJ in his usual Porsche. And then we've got Martin Bailey in the BMW. Then we have our first representation of the Ferraris, which is Richard Columb. And then Mike Dearlove in the in the BMW, followed by Melvin Garland in another BMW, and a further BMW of Peter Lafrance. We then have the second Ferrari of Marco Loschgradin and Kev Forrest in another BMW. We have a Porsche of Robert Abando, and we have, just trying to work out what that is, an Audi with Dimitri Stathis. We have Jack Jacobs in a Ferrari, and we have Daniel Britos in a McLaren. We then have the first and only Lexus, I think this is, of Ollie Lenortner, Lee Ellis in the Bentley, and then we have Andy Goddard in the McLaren. We have Uwe Follen in the BMW. We have Jeremy Arabas in the McLaren, and we have Rainer Berger BMW, Peter David in the Aston, Don Queen in the Aston, Hugo Caballero in the BMW, Michael Sichter in an Audi, and then on the back we have James Parks in the McLaren. So that's the runners and that's the riders. Let's get to the Helicam and let's see where this takes us. 33 viewers, only 10 likes. The numbers don't add up. Come on, guys. Pummel that button. Sorry, Jonathan.
What do you think, Mark? Favourites?
This is going to be a race around. I'm just going to put the gap on about staying on the track, and I think we're in for a surprise. A surprise for someone who's going to finish on the podium, who doesn't regularly finish on the podium. So I've got Martin Bailey there as an option. I think Kai is an option, and I think on an outside chance we might see Melvin up there as well, or Mike Dealove. There's just too many good drivers to single one out, so I've put a few little cards down there.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I put PJ in there as well. He's in P5. He's got that Porsche.
Yeah,
he knows really, really well as well.
Yeah, he does it year in, year out, doesn't he, the Porsche? And we've got Nick Nikos has joined the stream, as has Mark Rogers. Okay, let's have a clean race all. Let's make it a day to remember.
Active.
Let's make it a day to remember.
For the right reasons, though, right?
Of course, yes. Of course, for the right reasons.
Let's hope nobody takes out any of those braking boards going down to the final turn.
Yeah, that'll cause chaos.
Is that allowed in the rules? Would you get a penalty for that?
You wouldn't get a penalty, but if you deliberately, and I mean driven off track to take them out, I'm sure there's be penalties that can be applied, because you shouldn't need them in the rules. Yep. Hi, Mr. Oda. Well, I'll take this opportunity to wish everyone good luck, and we've gone green, so let's see where we go. It's always, very early on you get the incidents into the first or second corner. You can see Mike Dealove just went a little bit wide there to prevent contact. So far, so good. There has been contact towards the back.
Oh, somebody's running backwards.
Yeah, we've got Uwe and Dimitri towards the back there, so I'm not too sure what's gone on there. And Jürgen Pedersen, who was one of the front runners, has now disappeared. So let's just do a quick replay of that, of what happened to Jürgen. Because Jürgen, as we know, was one of the front runners in the Honda. So far, so good. No issue there whatsoever.
Yeah, I thought he was facing backwards at the exit of turn 1, wasn't he?
A Ferrari's took him out, so I'm sure the stewards are going to be looking at that now to see whether there's a misdemeanor occurred there, and that's put him right towards the back. And you can see Dimitri is now coming round, as is Uwe Tholen. So, okay, so we've got a couple of drivers under investigation. I'll put that up on the board for you. Driver 12 is under investigation, as is driver. Right, in fact, we've got 4 cars under investigation, so it'll take me time to get through these. I'll jump forward to where there's a battle. So we've also got Uwe Follen under investigation. And, wow. It's not the start we wanted, but... Hey, good for the stream.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was just one little accident, but it could have been like so much worse. But meanwhile, Rich McKay got a really, really good start. You led that first lap, and now he's got Mr. Larson on his tail. He just went off a little bit, and then Kai Schaefer is not far behind with PJ another half a second. So you got the top 4 all pretty close.
Yeah.
I think Rich, though, he looks really comfortable already. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah, it's being comfortable and keeping the car on track, though, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, there's a few little battles. Everyone's still within that half second at the moment. And it's all about getting them tyres up to temperature. So Kev Forrest is doing well, as is Lee Ellis. They're putting pressure on the guys in front. As we know, in front of Lee is Daniel, and Daniel's a very difficult guy to pass. I'm just keeping an eye on Kev because Kev's putting a lot of pressure through the corkscrew there as well. And he's looking to try and catch Robert. Again, the Porsche can fly on that straight. So what we might see is him pull away on the straight. But if that BMW's got its anchor sorted, it'll also accelerate really well. And I think we'll see them.
Drive-through penalty for number 135. So we already have some penalties being imposed.
Okay, so drive-through for 135. So that's a drive-through given to Uwe Follen. That'll be for the incident at the beginning. So hopefully they haven't got that wrong, and I've just packed up on the screen by mistake. But yeah. Oh, and there we can see Kev's gone off. He's into the barrier. He's over-pushed the car in that corner. And there's an incident behind as well. Andy Goddard's over-rotated the car. And that's 2 drivers in the same corner have been wiped out. Now, incidentally, it's showing Andy as having contact. So let's just have a quick look at that. So Andy Goddard's come down. No problem there. I thought Andy had just hit the curb. Now, the contact could be because as he spun a car, hit him. It could be completely innocent in that respect. There's no trouble here. This is the corner. Oh, he's got really sideways there. And he spun across and...
Yep.
Yeah, ever so slight contact there.
And he was in the clag. And meanwhile, there's a drive-through penalty for number 771.
Well, that 771 has been given a drive-through as well.
That's Richard Colombe.
Yep, there you go. Richard Colombe has been given a drive-through. Right, let's just jump to the front because Richard's now serving his drive-through, and it's allowed Martin, Melvin and all them to get to push forward. So far, so good.
And a drive-through penalty for car number 63.
Car number 63. Okay, so that was the very first one under investigation. The drive-through for car number 63. And that's Jorgen Madsby Pedersen. I need to change his name so it fits on. But yeah, Jorgen.
Interesting. So Richard Colombe's drive-through has turned into a stop-go of 30 seconds.
Oh, right, okay.
On the screen, at least. That's on the timing beam.
I can see that. But Richard's already pitted. Ah, he's done he's sped out the pit lane.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, 771, stop and go 30. Yeah. He sped out the pit lane, hasn't
he? Yeah.
He must have done. That's one of the reasons why you get that. Yeah, someone's just cleared the drive-through. So who's in the pits at the moment? Jorgen has gone through the pits. So as long as he keeps his speed up, he's not going to get a penalty, but we'll keep an eye on that as well. Take this opportunity to introduce our sponsors. Syndeo, PWS and Aqua Green. Obviously, really pleased to have these guys sponsoring us and allowing us to carry on delivering, along with everyone who makes donations. We do personally thank everyone, or certainly Jeremy does. He's got all your contact details, and thanks everyone for the donations. Without you guys, we can't carry on doing what we do, so we're forever grateful allowing us to carry on this service for you. But Mike is putting pressure on Melvin. So I think Mike was in front of Melvin early on, but Mike went wide in the first corner, and I think Melvin may have got him at some point. I didn't actually see the pass, but these two are looking very, very matched. So yeah,
Melvin is definitely on a rip, and he's in a quartet right there of BMWs as well, which is interesting.
Yeah,
and so Robert Obando, he's having a stormer as well. He's currently in P9. He's looking really, really good. So I'm going to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, Don Queen's flying as well. So I'm just going to jump back to Don Queen because Don Queen's putting pressure on Lee, and Lee's putting pressure on Danny. So we've got a couple of little battles starting to break out now across the track. So yeah, quite interesting where this is going to go. The fastest laps are 1:24.5, which in race trims no mean feat. I think it's fair to say already. Hi, Mr. Bone. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is the battle of the track at the moment. These three cars, they're very, very close within a second, and we've just seen Johan Larsson with the fastest lap. So he's now starting to put pressure on Richard up front. Look at them three cars getting close together there. But they're all managing it really, really well. So I'm just going to go to that and go to the wing of... so I'm at the wing of Lee's car, and you can see Don Queen behind. Now Don's been braking up here, it looks like a little bit later. That's giving him the run into corners, you can see there. And he's got good traction there as Don. Bentley's pulled away a bit, but he's not pulled away too much. I think that Aston's definitely looking the race here. He's looking for it, isn't he? He's looking for that mistake. He's putting pressure on, looking for that mistake.
And once again, these three guys, we race together in the evening. So for sure, you know, Lee and Don and Daniel, they're going to be having fun with this.
Yeah.
You know, this is it for real. This is it for real. You know, no messing around.
There could be a pass going on here. If he gets the corner wrong, there could be a pass. But no, they've all done the corner spot on. Always helps. Now, Larson has lost 4 places, 3 places. Oh, that was close.
Very close. Goodness me.
And Kai is now second. So Johan has made a mistake and gone off track. And that's given Kai a bit of a push forward. Mike Dealof's
he's
still
lost 2 places.
Yeah, Mike Dealof's putting pressure still on Melvin, and the Bentley's going around the outside, or is he going for the undercut? He's going for the undercut up the inside. But all 3 of them are still sticking together. Great racing. You can imagine all the heart rates are going bum, 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 bum.
Absolutely. All these old folks, jeez.
I bet there's not
Get some air, guys. Get some air.
I bet there's not many times the heart rate's
gone
gone
a little wide. The first 2 ran wide.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I think one's following the other, isn't he? So yeah, I think Don was looking to maximise that then, but he didn't. Oh, Don just looked like he got a bit of a slide on there.
It was a little twitch, wasn't it?
They seemed to just slide into that corner. The car gripped in the end, but yeah, he's got
a great run.
Yeah, that's great pace.
Let's see what happens going here up the hill once again, because on the previous lap it was a little bit of a mess. But you know, this is not a passing spot at the corkscrew. You know, there's one braking line. If you overbrake, you're going to outbrake yourself. You're just going to crash. Earlier in the week, I think it was Monday on lap 1, Neil Bywater and he went inside, and I'm like, okay, this is not gonna work. Somehow we managed to go through the corkscrew side by side.
Yeah,
but
you did.
That only happens once every 100 times. So don't try that at home, kids.
So there's been a bit of Michael Sichter got stuck in the corkscrew. He's gone off, and he's really just sat there on the wall in the Audi. So I think that car's looking rather damaged, but he's going again now. So we're going to go back to Lee, because Lee's still looking to get past Danny. As I've said, though, Danny's very hard to pass. He's such a good defensive driver. Such a good defensive driver.
He did there, going into the corner, going into the braking zone. He didn't move. He just kind of like shifted into the middle of the track. So
it's almost like he used the weight of the car to do it.
Yeah, you know, Lee was in a perfect position to just send it, but he couldn't. He had nowhere to go.
But that Bentley's looking the quicker car. I do think that if the Bentley passes the McLaren, we're going to see that disappear. I don't know if the Aston will keep up with the Bentley. But, oh, there you go. There's the pass.
There it is. Yep.
Little mistake, as you said. Oh, stop and go. 771 for speeding in the pit lane.
And here goes Don as well. And Don's going to go past both of them.
Oh, that was close. Very close. But you know what? Great driving. Great driving. Wow. I'm going to jump forward because there's been a pass. Now, Peter and Mike then, I don't know if they're not coming up as an incident, but they got very, very, very close. And I think Peter managed to outbrake Mike, but go into the corner, but outbroke himself. And it allowed Mike to get the position back. You can see now Melvin's just started pulling away in front. So Mr. Consistency there is giving him the benefit of pulling away. Now, I don't know whether Mike made a mistake to lose that time or not, but Peter's putting great pressure. And don't forget, Peter's been doing an endurance race today. He must be sick of the sight of his cockpit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, he just hit that tyre there, that sausage curb a little bit, and it caused his car to bounce.
Although I'm sure Peter is happy to be back in the BMW, because that's not the car that he was driving at Imola this morning, was it?
No. No, was it a McLaren? Or was it? No, I can't remember what it was. I don't think it was the Ferrari. Sorry, the BMW, though. For some reason, they were asking for a McLaren driver. Or it might have been McLaren. Yeah, he's got great braking, hasn't he, Peter, there? Yeah, 771. Still got to serve the stop and go. Pit lane speeding. So Richard's race has gone backwards, really, as a result of his stop and goes. And now look at this. Lee Ellis has passed. He's 1.2 seconds faster on this lap than he ever has been. 1.4 seconds. So the leash is off, and he's now catching Marco up in front of him. 1.7 seconds. He's faster. That's how much he was being held up by Danny Britos.
Yeah, but look at Don behind him. He's pulling Don along with him.
Yeah.
I think Don actually might be even a little bit quicker.
No, Don's only half a second. I think Lee's definitely looking the quicker of the cars. Looking at the lap times, Lee is the quickest, but you're talking, you know, a hair's breadth really between the two cars from a performance perspective. I'm trying to look for battles on track really. But Richard is 2 seconds ahead of Kai, and he's looking like he's got it pretty much nailed at the moment. But as we know, only takes one mistake in a corner, and he could be off, and Kai could be, you know, claiming. And Kai took a huge chunk of time out of him there. It took nearly a second out of him going into the corkscrew. I don't know whether Richard made a mistake or it's just the way, you know, they appeared. But Kai's definitely took a chunk of time out of him there. Then he was 2.6 seconds. He's now 1.8. Yeah, looks like
Rich must have made a slight mistake somewhere. To just as you said earlier on, you know, at the end of qualifying, all you have to do is make one little error and you can lose a second easily.
Yep, it is easy to do. You know, one corner can cost you 10 places really. PJ is 6 seconds behind these guys. He's having a nice quiet race because he's 6 seconds behind, and the nearest car to him is 4 seconds, which is Johan. So Johan, we know, made a mistake and went off, and that cost him what was a second place. So he's up and running again now, but he's now being pressured by Martin Bailey. So Martin's got the consistency in. I think Martin will put pressure on him. The lap times, although for Johan, are much quicker. So I think Johan's consecutive lap times outrun Martin. So I think it's going to make it difficult really for Martin to catch him, unless there is another mistake.
There's a great battle going on that Melvin Garland is currently heading. So we've got Melvin and then
these three here.
and
Correct.
Peter LaFrance.
Yeah.
Yep, all in line astern. It's exciting stuff. All BMs.
So I said before Melvin had pulled away, and obviously that's not the case. I think the other two got themselves tangled up with each other, and they both lost time to Melvin. And now they're running again. I think, Mike's really close to Melvin there. Great run out. Great little battles. Jack Jacobs is putting pressure on Danny now, and Ollie is putting pressure on Jeremy. So I'm just going to jump back to that one a little bit. Oh, that was close there. Very close. I'm just going to quickly jump back to this battle here. So look, we've got a battle here of Peter, Ollie and Jeremy. And Jeremy's leading, and he's got Ollie up his backside. Well, Ollie wants to get in front so he can say, you know, read that sign at the back. Hi, Jay, or whatever it is. Jeremy's gone wide there. But he has got the traction down. A couple of instances on lap 8. It's saying between two cars. I can't see. It's not telling me what the cars are, though, so I can't really comment on who they are. It's not showing me that for some reason. I don't know why. Interesting. Yeah, so we've got this battle. We've still got the other battle with Mike Dealove, Peter and Melvin further up. And that is rocking and rolling, that one.
I see a lot of chat going on in our live chat surrounding Frank and what happened with his essay. So I think what's happened, Frank, is that your essay we did get it up to 80, but it doesn't look like it updated on the Kunos servers, which is why it didn't allow you in. At least that's what we're hypothesizing.
Yeah, if you've got the relevant level, it should let you in. Or if the Kunos servers haven't registered it yet, and that's a big word, yet, there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah, Mike Dealove looks the quicker of these two here. But then again, I really don't know. Because you see one moment Mike's gaining on Melvin, and then you see Peter gaining on Mike, and yeah, you just don't know. And that's where Melvin pulls away again. So one of their 2 ones behind, they miss a corner. Oh, Mike Dealove's gone very wide there. He's on the side, and Peter's going to get the inside line. He doesn't want it the sausage curb, and he's made it. So I think we'll see Peter go and hunt down Melvin now, unless Mike can get the place back. But Peter's been looking for that for a while, and I think we'll see Peter probably disappear a little bit now.
It's like we were saying yesterday, mate. So Melvin, if you look at his lines, he's getting every line pretty perfectly every single lap. He's like a machine right now, and the guys behind, they're trying to get by, but while they're trying to do that, they're a little bit all over the place. That's why he's now pulled away.
Yeah, the little mistakes they're making's costing them, isn't it?
Yeah, big time. They're only a little bit faster than him, I think, but you know, they're just overdoing it, and now they're fighting with each other, so now Melvin's like galloping away.
Has anybody just noticed the bug in the game? I have. So car 771 has had a stop and go for multiple laps now. Watch next time it pops up. It tells you there's 250 laps remaining. So I think if you get 2 consecutive stop and goes, it doesn't then force you to do the second one. What's the next lap? It comes up, it says 250 laps remaining. I think that's a problem, Kunos.
Yeah, it's a problem for us, because I've got to go and make my tea after we're done with this.
Don't forget you got the show, mate.
Oh, yeah, is that as well?
Yeah, we need to get together before so we get it all sorted.
Okay, gotcha.
Davey's just saying, how long is this race exactly? But that's what it's saying. It says 250L in brackets. I thought he's got 250 litres of fuel left. I'd love to see that. The fastest man on track is Jorgen with a 124 in the Honda, a 124.4, and he's now catching Kev Forrest. So as we know, Jorgen got a drive-through as a result of an incident early on, and he's now got the Honda up and running and going well, and he's putting pressure on Kev. Now we don't know, Kev hit the wall before, so we don't know whether he's running with a damaged car, so that could be why he's struggling. I'm going to go back to Marco, because we've got this little passage of cars going on here, and are we going to see Don? Don's took him. Don's took Lee, because Lee made a mistake in the corkscrew. We'll just jump to Don there. Is Don now going to start catching Marco up, because Marco was catching Robert up? So have we got another battle starting to form? You can see Marco in the Ferrari there, just catching the Porsche.
Yeah, you see now Lee's got a nice run again.
He has, but he's not got enough.
On Don. And he can send it.
He's thinking.
Don does. Yeah.
He's gone wide there just in case, hasn't he? It's safe driving that.
But Don was really late on the brakes there as well, I think. And
yeah.
He just took the first turn perfectly.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone wide there. Oh, yeah, I think
can't pass there.
Yeah,
can't pass there, buddy.
He was looking for it, Lee, when he was looking to go down the inside, and Don went a little bit wide there and just lost a bit of time.
Yep, very difficult to pass here as well. If you get a good exit, but not on the entry.
Yeah, this is the closest battle on track as it is at the moment. Jack Jacobs is close with Danny, but he keeps losing time and just keeps going back. Yeah, Ollie's made a mistake. Peter David's managed to pass him in 17th place, so Peter's moved up, and Ollie's losing time. So I don't know if Ollie's got a problem there. His time's in free fall a little bit. So let's just have a look at what's going on. He's running fine, but his times just seem to have just took a dive a little bit. I don't know, he's just getting his thought back and just going for it again. Just getting himself going. So I'm going to jump to the front. As Peter is now putting pressure on Melvin. So Melvin's now not had enough of Mike Dearlove's car. He's now got Peter's car behind him. So is Melvin going to make the same sort of mistake? Or oh, Melvin's back end twitch there. Just see the back end just went a little bit light. So Melvin's currently running in 6th place. So great. This, I mean, I'm sure he'd be pleased with that.
Yeah, no, he's going to be delighted with that for sure. We've just got to keep it going.
Yeah, Richard and I was just about to say Richard and Kai, the gap was the same, but Kai has just overcooked it, and you can see there PJ's going to pass Kai. So PJ's going to take 2nd place, but Kai is still going to take a podium as it stands. But yeah, I don't think he hit the barrier. I think he stopped. Yeah, look, 247 laps remaining.
Yeah, if we don't have any time penalties, is it possible to get the those current penalties on the screen cleared so we don't see that?
Yeah, if the stewards are listening, can you clear that time that stop and go then against car 771?
It's like talking to Michael Massey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see the live chat explode now.
Yeah, David listened, so he's there. Right, let's see where we're going with this. I'm going to jump back because Peter's still putting pressure on Melvin. These 3 cars have been at it for the full race. All they've done is switch around a little bit.
Penalties cleared.
Yeah, pending post-race time penalties for 7 watts cleared by race control. Yep, so you can see there that penalty's been cleared. A good run here for Peter. That's not a passing move though. You can see just tap the brake there. Melvin, so consistent with his braking point, isn't he?
Very,
absolutely.
very
you could almost say now, oh, there's been a contact at the back. Let's see what's gone on here. I can't get that to play. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can get... Oh, just missed it. Ferrari and McLaren. Oh, and I'll give you another tap for good measures. So I don't know if the stewards are going to look at that. That's car 25. And I can't see the other car it was. But yeah, car 25 is definitely one of the cars affected by that. Sorry, car 513, James Parks. Yeah, I didn't see the other car. Let's move forward back to... Again, carry on racing these guys. And now we've got a party. Look, we've caught the Ferrari up and Marco. And Roberts sat at the front of this lot now. You just need that cork to pop, don't you? And they're all just going to go.
And Peter Lafrance just went straight over that sausage curb. He spun around and he got collected by Mike Dearlove.
Let's have a look at what's gone on there then, just because obviously we didn't see that.
Yeah.
So he's gone round here.
Mounted the sausage. Mounted the sausage. Gosh.
2 out of 2 there, Jonathan. Give you credit for that.
Yeah.
He was after Melvin as well, wasn't he there? Really good for Melvin.
Wheels in the air.
Oh, yeah, he's gone. Oh, that's... Ooh. Was that an unsafe region, or do you think he didn't have control of the car?
He was out. He was completely out of control. He was out of control, yeah.
Okay, so
you go over that sausage curb, it'll turn you one way and then turn you the other. That's it.
Right, I'm going to stick with Jack Jacobs a little bit. He's had no viewing time, but he's been putting pressure on Danny for a couple of laps. We've got the Ferrari and we've got the McLaren. We've got a couple of cars under investigation here. Peter Lafrance is under investigation. We'll get told whether there's any further action or not going to be carried out on that. It all depends on whether he'd have control of the car. I mean, if he's turning or he's not turning, obviously that tells you what's going on. But,
yeah, I don't think he's
going to be penalised. There's been another mistake. What's gone on here? And I think there could be another one. So we've got Don Queen and Marco.
Oh no.
Don's very close there. No problem so far. Oh, they're going to come into contact this next braking corner, aren't they? Corner 1. T1. He's going to brake late. And... oh, yeah. He's
yeah,
just he's outbraked himself there.
But he's a gentleman.
He's waiting. He's waiting. Yeah. Yes, he's waited.
Yep.
I believe he's waited anyway.
And he's off. He's off.
Yeah. So he's waited there. Yeah, you can see Marco's up there now in front. So he did wait. So any 5-second penalty will probably it probably won't go under investigation. That no penalty will be required, I should imagine, from the stewards there, because he did what we said, and that's one of the ways of undoing a penalty, is be a gentleman. And he's now going to put pressure on. That's a back marker, so he's going to pass that car. Yeah, but he's a good distance behind Marco now.
And the guys behind him are really having another party. You got Jack Jacobs and Daniel Britos, and they've hit each other. Hey, coming out of the final turn.
So Don Queen is under investigation by the stewards, but that may come to nothing. Okay, so we'll see what happens there.
What just happened there with Daniel and Jack?
Let's have a quick look. Oh, I don't know if I've caught it here. Yeah, it was a straight, wasn't it? So you can see the car at the back's got more pace. He's gone the outside, but Danny's gone very deep trying to defend, and Danny's come across. Yeah, that looks like Danny's had a massive oversteer, and the front end's come round. So I should imagine car 15 is probably going to be under investigation by the stewards as well, I should imagine. Let's see where that goes. But they're still racing. Obviously, he's lost a bit of time to put the Ferrari there as well, but that does make matters a little bit worse. Oh, they've got the work cut out.
There's so much going on.
It's 1 or 2 incidents compared to yesterday.
Another drive-through for 513.
Drive-through penalty for 513.
Who's 513?
That's James Parks. And that'll be for the contact before when the McLaren spun. You can see the back markers there are letting the other guys go, which is good to see. Now someone who's managed to make a way forward, car 66, has also got a drive-through. So they obviously think that was an unsafe rejoin.
See, that really surprises me. I'm going to just put my pundit hat on here and say that, look, Peter, he made a mistake. He went over the sausage. He lost control, and then the guy behind him, Mike Dearlove, hit him.
Yeah, but it depends if they
is that the cause for a drive-through?
It depends
I don't think so.
Well, it depends if they've looked at the footage and Peter's made a steer to the right. That's an unsafe rejoin.
But he was completely out of control. So whatever he's doing with his steering makes no odds.
Well, his car did look like it was running straight. I mean, I'm not seeing what the stewards are looking at. It looked like his car was running straight, then it started to steer. My initial thing was it was a bit of a tank slapper. He got, oh, we've got a car off the track there. I'm not too sure who that is. Yellow flag. No, they're not even getting a yellow flag for that one, so I'm not too sure who that is. Jack Jacobs is the only guy at the moment running. In fact, not that I can click on it. Jack Jacobs has just passed
inside of Berger.
Yeah, so Rain has just been passed, and Don Queen's moved up now because Peter's gone into the pits. Well, Rain has quickened the BMW. I would expect a bit of a battle here. But then again, the Ferrari seems to be doing well here. As I said, I'm not in the stewards. The stewards are looking at the replays. They've got more footage than we've got. They'll have looked and made a decision. What we first see initially may not be what they see. You know, we've got to go with the decision of the stewards. It keeps it fair.
It creates a good discussion, though, that's for sure.
Doesn't it just?
It does.
Right, I'm just going to... Right, so Richard's out on his own now. So unless he makes a mistake, you can see the Rain has just managed to take back the position from Jack. Ollie's putting pressure on Peter David. 5-second penalty for car 17. 5-second time penalty for car 17. And that's Don Queen. So that's for the outbraking. Oh, and there's a car off the track there. Rayner's gone off. So Rayner has gone off as he's over-rotated, come into the corner anti. Very easy to do that if you get the curb on the right-hand side. So that's knocked him down a good 4 places. And he's up and running again now. So let's go forward. Lee Ellis is still putting pressure on Robert.
There's a nice little battle now evolving for 4th place.
Yep. Martin Bailey and Johan. I've seen that. Martin's caught him quite a lot, actually. I'm going to jump forward, although I'm just going to keep an eye on this a second because Lee's got a great run on Robert. And Robert's not far off Mike Dealove. There's a good gap now between Mike and Melvin. So Melvin's consistency is now starting to pay off. You can see Melvin's out of shot now. He's gone.
Yeah, Melvin's now, he's anchored that 6th position now.
Yeah.
He's just got to hope that we get some guys in front who fall out.
Just going to jump forward to Martin. So Martin's less than a second behind Johan. So Johan was 2nd place at one point and made a mistake, but Martin slowly started pulling back up through the field.
Now let's see how Mr. Obando deals with Lee Ellis. So Robert does not drive with mirrors.
Yeah.
And his radar is somewhat, how shall I say? It doesn't work particularly well. He does drive in VR, but I guess we'll see what happens here. But these guys, once again, they race almost every evening together, so this is going to be fun for them. And actually, if you look at Robert's car, so Robert, his livery, it looks very plain, but he has a Porsche. He just got a Porsche this Christmas, and 911, and it's silver. It's just like this. So he's driving his own car. The 420.
So someone's just mentioned that McKay should be Group 1. Not too sure. I mean, he's not done the fastest lap, and if you look at the top few runners, they're all running around the same time. He's not the quickest person on track. Now, you can't penalise someone for being consistent. There's been contact between Ollie and Peter David. So let's just go back to that. So Ollie and Peter have come together. Ollie was behind, so I wonder whether Peter's got sideways or Ollie's hit him up the rear. So let's just see what's going on here. Ollie's got a great drive out of here. He doesn't know where he's going to go. He's going to go up the inside. Oh dear. I think Ollie could be getting a bit of a note there. And as it happens, Ollie's now past Peter. So Peter's made a mistake. Peter's off track now, I believe. Yeah, he's going again. So I've got a feeling.
That should be a stop and go right there.
Yeah, so car 11 should, I think, will be under investigation in a second. Not that I'm going to anticipate it. Jack Jacobs is still putting pressure on Danny. He's still really not let it happen and made it happen. Lee's putting great pressure on Robert here. Great pressure. But he can't pass him. He just can't pass him. You need the mistake. You need the mistake to pass.
And that's just it, isn't it? You've got to be close enough to force that error.
And there's been a change. Jack has passed Danny. Danny made a mistake and allowed Jack Jacobs to pass Danny. You can see there the McLaren's now behind. He's got his braking point wrong, Danny, as well. So I think Jack's took off. You can see he's massive speed difference now.
But we do see a couple of penalties as well. So Don Queen has that 5-second penalty that is going to be added at the end of the race, and Daniel also.
Dan Britos has now got a 5-second penalty, hasn't he? So that's R15.
So I'm assuming that's for losing control at the last corner, which once again, the pundit in me asks, why is he being penalised? That seems extremely harsh to me.
Again, we've seen. Oh, there you go. Bit of an incident there. Someone's just rear-ended. Jorgen's just rear-ended Jeremy. Now Jeremy's carried on there. Jorgen's come from behind as well, a long way to try and catch. And now Jeremy's got Peter running down his tailpipe. The thing is, what we saw looked like he'd lost control. They've looked at the footage, and it may be that he's put a left steer input. If he's put a left steer input, he's come across, and that's why they've given a 5-second penalty. And the penalty might not be as severe because he didn't. Yeah, they've hit again. Can you believe that? So Richard's got a stop and go 30. I don't know what that's for. Yeah, car 13 held the steering on to try and block. He did not correct the steering. There you go. So that's what the stewards have said. They've looked at the footage and they're explaining what they found there. Oh, yeah, that's good communication. So at least we know. So they held the steering on to try and block. Perfect. Sometimes it's not as we see it.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to PayPal some funds to the stewards for tomorrow morning.
They're asking Jonathan. They're asking Mr. Wood to be quiet. They're making the life difficult.
You don't have to listen to me. I'm just being a pundit. We're just commentating.
I'm the diplomatic one.
Exactly.
I did say they've got other footage we haven't got, so it's fair comment. So Lee's still putting pressure on Robert. We've got 1 minute to go. We will jump to the leader in a minute. The leader's running way slower now.
Craig says stewards rule.
So the stewards have just said, Michael, this is Toto. This is wrong. Oh, brilliant.
Toto, it's called a motor race.
So, someone mentioned their driver of the day. Does anyone want to put anything forward? My driver of the day graphic isn't brilliant, by the way. It's a work in progress. So, it's not glamorous or anything like that, but I do have one. If someone wants to put some names forward. I think Nico's put Richard as a name forward, the guy who's winning the race. Again, I've no preference in relation to that. Willie's saying Melvin. I think Melvin's been very consistent, to be fair. And he's stood the pressure for numerous laps and has just managed to pull away a little bit. Craig saying PJ. Ian saying Richard McKay. So I think there's a bit of a... It looks like it could be Mr. McKay. Yeah, Terry Howard, too many. PJ Bailey Melvin. Yeah, it makes it really difficult when you can't decide. Yeah, Frank Roder, Mr. McKay. I think that could settle it. So I'll put his number in ready and we'll do that towards the end. So as I say, the graphic isn't brilliant. It's a work in progress. We'll see if it's a car thing. He's gone off. He's ran out. Is he waiting to do the last lap or has he ran out of fuel? Okay. Oh, he did what Jonathan said yesterday. Don't finish the last lap.
Oh, dear.
So he's waited. He's enforced this to be the last lap.
But he didn't wait quite long enough, did he?
Yeah, but look who's behind him.
He's erased 10 seconds.
Even
more than that, 12 seconds.
PJ's there.
PJ
as his guy
right there.
If he goes off track now, it could cost him this race. So all you saying, drivers of the day? Drivers of the day.
So my money was on PJ.
15-second time penalty for car number 63. That will be for the contact.
You can't penalise me. I'm not on the track.
That was for the contact on Jeremy, I think, coming through the corkscrew, because that was quite a shunt, and that will have caused damage. And obviously, that's something we've got to. Just because you make contact and you let them go, the rules do clearly state that if there's damage been made to the car, then you can suffer as a result of it.
PJ can smell it. You
can
Look,
see, can't you?
He's coming down to the last corner, and is he gonna go?
Is he gonna send it?
Go? Come on, send it, boy, send it. No. Wow.
Brilliant. 1, 2, and 3.
Yep. Good stuff.
The leader has finished the race.
Yeah, excellent race.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen behind? So we had Robert Obando and Lee Ellis, who were nose to tail.
I think the driver of the day has been nominated. as being. I don't have Richard. So Richard's number is registered in the game, but his name isn't registered against that number. So I've gone off the list. I haven't been provided for. So that is Richard McKay, and there's been contact on the very last lap with Lee Ellis and Marco, and Lee has ran out of fuel. What a disaster!
Yeah, he has.
What is it with the Bentleys and fuel? That's usually Mr. Holmes' trick. Yeah, he's run out of fuel, hasn't he?
Yeah,
oh,
like
dear, dear, dear. And there's other troubles further back. Uwe and Jorgen have collided. Yeah. Danny's made it. He's out of fuel. By the looks of it. Jeremy's... He looks like he's out of fuel. No way. Oh, no, Jeremy's finished. No, he's not finished. That's just Jeremy's run out of fuel as well.
Yeah, he's not finished yet.
Oh, dear, dear. Someone's forgot the dipstick. Oh, dear. Well, and everyone's going back to the pits as we requested. Absolutely brilliant. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. The live stewarding certainly added to the adventure. Thanks for everybody who's watching. If you haven't done yet, please click like. Number of fantastic viewers there. Again, very, very competitive to yesterday's numbers. I really want to show you appreciation for that. Thank you very much, everybody. And Frank, it's only 40 minutes. Don't forget, guys, the show starts in 25 minutes. Lights out, episode 4. See you there.
Bye, all. So